Rob, give us a sense of what the mood's been like after Sunday first.
Oh, look, he's not been great. To be 80 minutes away from a final and sort of putting the performance we did is really, really disappointing. Obviously, we're heartbreaking, really. I think everyone's really hurting within the squad, the coaching staff, the players. Yeah, it's been really disheartening, but it's one of those. We can't do anything about it now. All we can do is look forward and look forward in the league, and we can put a few wrongs right. It's one good thing about rugby league, really, is you can, you're only another week away from actually putting in a good performance. Like I say, nothing will detract from the fact that we didn't play to Arthur's capabilities and we put in a really poor performance. But yeah, all we can do is look forward now and try and put his best foot forward.
You've not got long at all to dwell on it. It's a very short turnaround, isn't it? Do you do anything this week to try and lift the players at all?
Oh, look, we had some honest conversations, and it's one of those where I've been around the game a long time now, 20 odd years, where I've seen different sort of reactions to it. Sometimes you put it in the bin, you don't watch it, and you sort of brush over it and say, right, it's a clean slate. We decided that we didn't do that. We decided to go through it, go through what we thought we did wrong, what we can work on, and sort of it is very difficult when it's such a short turnaround. You don't get many sessions. There's only so many sessions you get. You pretty much a recovery session, and you're just getting the boys back fit, back healthy to get back on the field. So you don't get many sessions, but we've watched a lot of video and done a lot of soul searching. So fingers crossed that it's hit home with a fair few of us, and we can put them wrongs right.
Obviously, injuries compound the result. What's the situation with Adam Swift?
Yeah, we're still waiting on scan results. He's gone for scans. Had to wait until a lot of swelling went down. Couldn't rush that. He's gone for scans. It's not looking great at this moment in time, but we won't know until we sort of get the results back. But, he'll definitely miss the next few weeks.
Is your gut feeling that it could be an extended period on the sidelines?
Yeah, from just the way that he's been speaking, the way he's been sort of talking, what the physios are saying, it could be. I don't want to make any sort of any guesses yet. I'm not 100%. We have to wait until them scans come back. But yeah, it's not looking great at this moment in time.
Were there any other injury concerns resulting from that game?
All the lads picked up niggles and knocks, and there's a few little stuff going on, but nothing too major. Nothing in the same sort of category as Swifty.
What about possible returnees for this week? Has Chris Hill got an opportunity?
Yeah, he trained for the first. Well, I say for the first time. He's been training for a couple of weeks now, sort of at the side of the squad. But he trained with us for the first time then, and he looked pretty good. If I'm honest, he looked pretty good. So he's with the physios as we speak now, just checking up, seeing how he responds to that sort of first real session back. But yeah, fingers crossed, he's got an opportunity to play this week.
Is something like that a return of a player of that sort of experience and energy, really? I mean, Eliza's age, is that just the sort of thing you need at the moment?
Yeah, of course it is. The more experience you can have within tough times, the more people you've got, that have been there, done that. He's probably seen every aspect of the game. He's seen, he's been to finals, he's won things. He's played in the championship. He's seen a lot of stuff going in his career. So just having that experience and that little bit of, something the sort of younger players can sort of draw upon is great to have chill back just in and around the squad, whether he plays or not.
And I know Andre Semelia played for the reserves today. How did he come through that? And has he got potential to be back in the mix?
He came through it unscathed, and then in training today, I think he's been one step back today in training. Unfortunately, he came off the field with a little bit of just limping a little bit. So just not sure if he's aggravated it again or what. But fingers crossed it's nothing too major, because he looked all right in that in the reserve game, and it looks like his luck was eventually going to turn. So I'll let you know probably tomorrow if his luck has changed.
If he didn't have bad luck, he wouldn't have any luck at all.
Unfortunately for him and us.
Crazy, isn't it? So, given the results of the weekend, and given that you said before that, how much concern is there specifically about the amount of points that have shipped over the last two games?
Yeah, look, it's not great. You know, I thought before these last, before these last sort of couple of games, a few games, sorry, we were sort of building. We felt like we were building, going the right direction, and just after the Saints game, it got derailed. You know, we're only a few incidents away from winning that game. A few moments, if that had been slightly different, I think would have won that game. It went down to the wire, and we sort of came out of it. A couple of bodies busted. And we just don't seem to have found his rhythm ever since that, really. We don't seem to have found... We need to go back to basics, you know. Whenever you get in these positions, it's not the magic plays that get you out of these. It's not about doing the extravagant things. It's about doing the effort-based stuff, the little stuff, the stuff that no one really sees and no one takes account for, but they're the stuff that get you out of this. So it's all about us working hard. Fingers crossed, like I say, after that sort of honest meeting that we had after the game, fingers crossed we can sort of switch that mindset and start playing the way we know we can do.
So how significant does what's come before make what's to come now on Friday? How significant does it make Friday's game against Leeds?
They're all big games now, aren't they? They're all big games. You know, now that we're out of the cup, we need to put ourselves in a good league position, and you know that if we don't start picking up some points, then obviously we'll start falling away from that pack, really. So yeah, look, every game is important in Super League anyway, but it's even more important now.
And what's your homework shown up on the Leopards?
I think they're a team that are starting to hit a little bit of form. You know, when you go over the last 4 or 5 games, they were really, really unlucky to lose to Warrington. If anybody watched that game, they probably should have beat Warrington. They were the better side for 70 odd minutes. They beat Catalans really convincingly. They beat Salford, an informed Salford. You know, they drew to Castleford, which, if you look at that game, they probably should have gone ahead and they should have won that game. And then you look at the Salford game, an informed Salford team that are playing really well. They hammered them. So they're a side that are in really good form. I think it coincided. They've started to get a few players back on board. They're a very direct team. They've got Mulhern and Amon. I think we're going to have to keep an eye on them, because when they get on the front foot, they make it really difficult to contain them. And on the back of that, then they've got Ipape and Brad Dwyer, who like to run off quick play the balls and make it really dangerous in and around the ruck. But you know, you couple that then with Lamb and Moylan, I think Moylan started playing really good at full-back position. He's sort of finding his best form, and Lamb just is a fantastic player. And he's something that you've got, you know, that left edge in particular of him, Ricky Latelli and O'Donnell of sort of last year when they were firing, they were the really dominant side. That's coming to fruition these last few weeks again.
And you'll know that Ricky and Trouty or Growler will be back to Huddersfield. Have you got any special plans for those two in particular?
No, not really. You know, just Trouty, to be fair, he's took over that little bit of Asiata. You know, him and Hughes and Amon have tried to sort of take the mantle of Asiata, a little bit of a ball playing into the middle. So we'll have to keep the eye on them. And Ricky Latelli's a really dangerous player at the best. You know, at his worst times, never mind at his best. He's a player that can get them on the front foot and find a play the ball from nowhere. So yeah, we know what to expect from both of them.
Just before we have a word with Tui, do you want to make an announcement about his future then, and tell us about the significance?
Yeah, obviously, Mantua's left. He's decided to commit to us, which is look, the last few years I always sort of I feel like Tui's his barometer, I call him. You know, when Tui plays well, we win.
No pressure.
No pressure. I'm like that to him all the time. But to be fair, he's been, even in the losses that we've had, I think he's put his hand up, and he's probably been one of his shining lights, really. He's played good rugby, consistent rugby. He's like I said before, a lot of the good things that come through us, creating chances. He's probably one of the best in the league. You know, I think in the last few years, if you look throughout the statistics, he's always up there with try assists. He can create something out of nothing. and he's been really good for us over the last few years. I think he's well deserved.
So we then tell us how's it feel to be staying?
Yeah, it's exciting. To kind of lock down another couple of years here at Huddersfield. They've been pretty loyal to me since I've been here. So, excited to just, get out of the way and just crack on with rugby now. So, as what I was saying before, we can focus now on the league, and we're not far off that top 6 spot. A bit disappointed over the last couple of weeks, but we've got a great opportunity this weekend. Like you said, against Lee, we're playing some good rugby to bounce back. So yeah, exciting times.
You wouldn't be human if you didn't survey your options. Obviously, the last year of your contract, was there ever any doubts that you'd be staying at Huddersfield?
No, not really. I didn't really throw myself up too much into the market. I think as May 1st was coming up, they kind of, had a word, and obviously, a lot of things happening. So to get the opportunity to stay here again, I'm blessed, and I'm looking forward to the next couple of years at Huddersfield.
And do you feel there's unfinished business still with the Giants?
Yeah, definitely. Been in a final here, been in a top 4 spot. So, that's what we want to build to. And like I said, we're not far off it. So we can, try to get over the cup and focus on the league now and put our best foot forward.
And how do you assess the setback of the weekend and what's needed going forward now?
Yeah, embarrassed, disappointed, gutted. Just a great opportunity probably gone to waste. We didn't perform to our best, and we were definitely all disappointed when we came in that Monday. Just the vibe around was quiet. It was like there was a funeral happening. So like Robert said, we had some good honest conversations, and it's about a response now. It's got nothing to do with the coaches. They can give us this and that, but I think as players, 1 to 17, and the rest of the squad throughout training is getting a response and doing the basics well. I think if we do the basics well, and I think everything else comes on the back of that. So skill, defence, effort areas that people don't see, I think that's going to go a long way to us being successful.
And as Robbo said, is it a back to basics sort of strategy now?
Yeah, definitely. It's not looking too far ahead, and I think our defence is, like you said, we conceded a couple of more points than we have in the last couple of weeks. So it's rectifying that. Just tidying up a couple of little things in and around the ruck, and if we do that, it shows that we are a good defensive team if we do that well.
And what's your take on the Lee Leopards at the moment?
Yeah, as Robert was saying, I think they're playing some good footy, and they've obviously got a couple of blokes that have come back and added a bit of spark to the team. So they've got threats all over the park, and I think it's about more focusing on us. Obviously, we've come out of a cup semi-final disappointed, so I think getting ourselves right and getting ourselves up and running again for another league game, it's massive. But we can't look past them. They are playing some good footy. We need to make sure we do play to what we're good at, stick to our process, and result will take care of itself.
Good luck on Friday, guys.
Cheers, thank you.
Everyone else.
Hey guys, sorry, just press that button. Just a few for two, please. Congrats on the new deal. Are you really confident that you can achieve success with the club despite that setback at the weekend?
Yeah, definitely. We've not many teams get to a semi, so we're quite blessed and disappointed at the same time. We've been to a final before, so it could happen again in the next 2 years, or even this year. If we play some good rugby heading into the back end of the year. So always confident. I was confident on the weekend leading into it. Training's been well. It's just we didn't turn up on game day, which is the disappointing part.
Yeah. How do you go about restoring confidence? Obviously, that's two of the defeats back to back now.
Like I said before, just doing the basics well. Rugby league can be simple sometimes. Run hard, tackle hard, and do the little things, the effort things well, and results, things start to happen on the back of you do all those things start to happen. So I think if we just do that well, control the ball, win our rugby, and then things happen on the back of it.
Do you think you're closer to the top teams than these last two scorelines suggest?
Definitely not. I think on the back of these two games, definitely not, way off. But before that, Catalan, Leeds, St Helens, I think we're up there with the top teams. We've shown it. We went toe-to-toe with St Helens. We had a good performance against Leeds to come back. Catalan, we kind of dominated probably a full 80-minute performance, probably one of the best 80-minute games that I've been a part of for a full 80. So, we can do it. We're not consistent. So if we want to be a top team, we have to play that week in, week out consistently. You might have a blip here and there, one every 2 months, but I think to have back-to-back like that, it's disappointing. So to be a top team, you have to be consistent week in, week out.
Yeah, and I guess your attitude now is going to be that the season is still very much alive because you're not far off that top 6.
Yeah, definitely. I think expectations are high, but I think it's just all about us in our bubble at Huddersfield. We can't focus too much on the noise outside. We're the team that got there with the boys week in, week out. We trust each other, so I think we just do what we practice in pre-season and stick to what we do well. Results take care of itself, and I'm sure that that's winning. So we do that well, we win, hopefully.
Good stuff. Thanks, guys.
Cheers,
just
pal.
doing all the best the weekend.
Hi guys, so congratulations from me as well on the new deal. Good to see you staying.
Cheers, Paul.
England must really feel like home to you by now. You're starting to feel a bit English.
Yeah, I am. I think going on to my 6th year now by the end of this year, so probably most of my professional career has been over here. So I'm enjoying it here. Family's enjoying it, which is probably the most important part to me. As long as my family's happy, then I'm happy. So I always say if the off field's happy, then on field should be happy too. So family's enjoying it. Kids are all set up in sports school. My wife's set up now with all her stuff. So we are looking at staying here long term, which is the plan. My wife's half British, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah. When you say long term, you're hoping and sort of, the end of your rugby career and maybe beyond that. So
that's what I'm saying. Long term,
yeah.
Definitely after rugby, I think I am. Can't say now, but I am. That is my plan to stay here after that, and we'll see how we go.
Oh, nice one. Yeah, that's good to hear. Obviously, you've been at Huddersfield, particularly now for a few years. Is that really feeling like home?
Yeah, definitely. This is heading into my 3rd year, so it's probably the longest I've been at a club over in the Super League. So another 2 more years on top of that. Definitely going to feel like home. I'm excited. Good times ahead, and hopefully we can get a bit of success done here at Huddersfield.
Obviously, you've been playing under Water for quite a while now at Salford and here. Why do you enjoy playing under him so much?
I think he gets the best out of me. I get the best out of him too. I just think we've got a good relationship, and it's people don't see they probably just see the nice side, but he is pretty brutal to me, and I think that's the relationship we have. He can say that, and I'm not going to sulk about it. I take it like a man and move on to what I got to do. So that's the relationship we have, and I think that's why he gets the best out of me.
When Huddersfield ever sort of run like they've had, the last few weeks, fans will question some things, sometimes, and I guess that always starts with the coach and questions of him. Why do you think he's the right coach to keep going at Huddersfield?
I just think his process and what he wants to achieve. I understand his structures in there, and it showed in 2021 when we stuck to the process and what we did well. We were pretty dominant throughout the whole year, and I've spoken to Kevin O'Gorman, who we played against that year, and he was like, that's why he wanted to come here, because they played similar to the way Saints played, and he wanted to be a part of that and hopefully create a bit of success. So we just need to get back to that, and I think we've shown glimpses of it this year. If we do that well, we will win games. So that's obviously Watto's philosophy. We just need to stick to it.